They continue to send drugs into our country. Venezuela, they've been very nasty.
The Trump administration also recently doubling to $50 million its reward for the arrest of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, saying he violated U.S. drug laws. Meanwhile, in the
How is Maduro implement? Let me calm down, chat. I'm talking too fast. How is Maduro implicated in the drug smuggling? I don't understand. Is he literally part of the cartels? Is the government, is the Maduro administration supporting the cartels directly? Or is this just a wild allegation?
fight against traffickers,
where's the evidence?
Says it intercepted more than $138 million worth of drugs in the Caribbean this summer.
Damn.
Earlier this year, the president designated several cartels, as well as the notorious Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, as foreign terrorist organizations. And despite pulling off a large-scale prisoner swap with Venezuela last month, President Trump has been increasingly at odds with Maduro.
He's prepared to use every element of American power to stop drugs from flooding into our country and to bring those responsible to justice.
He's literally playing the fucking George Bush Sr. card. Literally, chat. Literally. What Trump is doing right now, it's like he went back to the playbook and he said, you know what? What did they do in the past? What did they do in the past? Because isn't that the reason they invaded Panama in the 80s? 1987 Panamanian invasion? Because Noriega, they said this nigga was a drug trafficker. That was the reason, White. This nigga said, yo, what did Ronald Reagan, what did George Bush Sr. do? Let me just take a page right out of their playbook. That is the reasoning, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I'm trying to give you guys a history level here. History lesson here. History level. My brain is, I'm having brain fart after brain fart after brain fart right now. He says, Lord, why Venezuela, though? There's Mexico right next door. I think that the drugs, the raw product gets created in like Venezuela and Colombia, and then they ship it to Mexico. And then in Mexico, they do the final steps before it crosses the border. That's why. Because the coca leaves are farmed in Venezuela, right? In Colombia. Billy said, no. Where are they farmed, my drug expert? Oh, they do it in Mexico too? So in Mexico, there's coca leaves? Oh, I guess they can just plant it, right? I guess nothing's stopping them. It's a fucking plant. He says, I thought it was more Bolivia. Oh yeah, Bolivia too, Marbs. You're right. Bailey said they have a mountain called Drug Mountain in Mexico. My main thing is that from the political perspective, they're literally just taking a page out of the old 1987 Ronald Reagan fucking playbook. Just, hey, we don't like this government. We don't like the direction they're going in. And they have a resource that we want. So let's just say they're doing drugs and let's just invade their country. And realistically, nobody can challenge him on this legally. From a legal perspective, what are they gonna? They can't say shit to him because he's just gonna be like, "We did this in the past. There were no objections in the past." He says majority of it is produced in Southern America, and in Mexico they add the other shit like fent and other things and ship it to America. Kanai said that. Bailey said, "Was he there?" Bailey said, "Was Kanai there? How does he know?" My thing is, realistically, chat. Realistically, America going to war with Venezuela is not even a war. It's a layup. America going to war with Mexico is a layup. My thing is, how many refugees are going to be created by this shit? I feel like the war with Mexico has more has a more negative impact on us than Venezuela though. Venezuela doesn't really matter at all. You can go destroy the entire country. You can invade it. You can put troops there. It's not going to affect us at all. So if they want to go out and do that shit, practice over there, let them practice. Let them practice. Unfortunately, it's going to cause a giant humanitarian issue, but America's back, baby. America's back. Kana says, my bad. The suburban white woman knows more. Billy said, I was there. I'm gringo dip. He says, that's what I'm trying to say. I think that as far as the American public is concerned, it's not really gonna matter, chat.
The Maduro regime is not the legitimate government of Venezuela. It is a narco-terror cartel.
Now, the Venezuelan government has
He's cooked.
banned drone flights throughout the country amid what it considers a threat from the U.S. A U.S. official tells NBC News the warships will be used for intelligence gathering and surveillance in international waters. Still, Maduro just announced that he's mobilizing militia members across his country in response. Tom?
We thank you for watching.
That's so much cap. Those fucking destroyers, they can fuck up from out in the ocean, they can fuck up the entire country, dude. Yo, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to glaze America, but you have no defense against that.
They don't believe how toxic this is. If you're still using a plastic or wooden cutting board.
Why am I getting ads? I'm not signed in. Give me a second, chat. It logged me out for some reason. What the fuck? I'm like, why am I getting ads?
Ceasefire proposal put forward
There we
by
go.
both Qatar and Egypt. Hamas accepted it on Monday. Israel has yet to officially weigh in. I'm wondering if the U.S. was at all involved in it.
I think that the Mexican government cartel situation is a lot more messy than we're anticipating. And I think that if we take military action in Mexico, it's going to be a lot more messy than we're expecting. And that will have an adverse effect on the American economy, on American politics, on the safety of the country. Because we literally have a border with this country. We cannot destabilize Mexico. It will fuck up everything.